Hello, Divine Feminines. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. I'd like to do a reading about what the Divine Feminines need to know right now. What are we working on healing? How are we moving forward? And I feel the Divine Masculines being very loud. And to be honest, I'm not all that interested in. Yeah. That's like exactly what I feel. They feel very confused. They feel very much like they want your attention. And this is just coming in right now. And I don't know. I just get the feeling that Fox Spirit, Divine Feminines are, oh, that's so pretty. I think they feel very small in comparison to you. Yeah, life stings because they made the wrong decision. I feel it so strongly. I keep hearing, how could I have been so stupid? How could I have been so stupid? Oop, card fell out. It's integration. It's like the chosen one in Voyager's journey. That the chosen one has been like coming out constantly. The one, the chosen one, the only one, just constantly there. Well, let's see. What do you need to know? 8-8, one with self. That's crazy. Blossoming. 1-1, surrender, dark night of the soul. I told you. 11-11, compassion, higher heart opening. I don't know. Your masculine's going through a hard time right now. Twin flame, facilitator, expansive growth. I'm not interested really in doing any kind of karmic reading. I'm sure they're around because they've been in the readings for a while now, but I'm not. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think you're trying to give to yourself. You're being happy with yourself. You're like, I'm finally interested in something again. That's not the twin flame journey. I don't know. You're finding one fell on the floor. It's 6 of swords. Look at it. I feel like you're moving on, and they're like, whoa, hold on a second there. Where do you think you're going? It's like literally what I'm hearing. Where do you think you're going? I didn't expect this energy. I kind of kept hearing that they were like, you need to do a reading. You're avoiding doing a reading. And it's like, yeah, I get this feeling. I don't ever read cards one at a time, but it's really strong. It's like you're moving on and you're so happy with yourself. I almost did a relationship spread. It's like you don't have anything to say. Moon again. Oh, if they've been lurking on your page, they've been lurking and you have felt this, it's, oh, okay. Be a little more bold about it, why don't you? It's like time for them to come say something to you. Like you can't make tarot up right there. You can't. You're like, oh, were you happy without me? Let me remind you. Let me remind you of me. I get this feeling, a beautiful, beautiful feeling from the Divine Feminine. It's absolutely lovely. It's absolutely magical. It's just, I don't think you even want anyone else's energy right now. Like right now in the 8 of Wands reversed, I'm kind of taking that as this just inner dialogue, this inner, I feel like you're just fulfilling your needs right now. And 3 of Wands in a way is like ready to leave some stuff behind. You know, I see the Queen of Pentacles here with the Nine of Wands. That makes sense. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Queen of Swords reversed on the bottom. Yeah. You don't want to talk. You're like, I don't really have anything to say to you. This is giving me a good laugh here. I'm happy I did this reading. This is really quite funny. And if you're in pain and you're going through your journey and you're in pain, I'm very sorry. Like this, I'm not laughing at you, that's for sure, because we've all been there. We all know exactly what it feels like. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to go skip to the end here because we have Moon and kind of, he's coming up as like 2 kings and a knight and the Magician. So he's got all his bells and whistles out and on and over and, you know, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I get this very intense look at me energy. And, okay, so he wants this new beginning. I did not intend to do Divine Masculine reading, but let me tell you, the energy is so strong that it will not be denied. Did you hear that loud bang? Look at, focus on you. I think you're saying, I feel. Oh, how cute. Oh, I feel like you're saying, no, this couldn't possibly be my reading, but come back when things change. Come back when you get a message. And specifically when he writes you a song or a poem or some kind of letter where I think you're going to be shocked. It's like a letter from his heart and from his inner child. And it's very, very spiritual. I know. Trust me when I say I don't see how it could happen either. But here we are. So you may be saying to me, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I would like to remove myself. Oh, you do have Queen of Swords twice in reverse. I literally think you feel like the key to your life being happy is moving on from the situation. I mean, that's dramatic. It could be a lot of different things with this Eight of Pentacles reversed. If he works at your work, you may want to, you may be thinking about looking for another job. If he's somehow involved in your situation, I think you want to literally move, or that's not what the Eight of Pentacles means, but it's like the Eight of Pentacles in reality is a card of self-mastery. And that means that we understand that that the external world doesn't make us feel things. We feel things. We assign meanings to things. And let me interpret this because this is kind of complex here. In a way, what they're saying is you may have misinterpreted some reasons that he left or went away or pulled his energy away. And I think that there's going to be a letter, document, song, poem, what else, Spirit? I don't know, it's making me tired to channel, but he's very tired. And yet, he knows that it's like the right time to plant the seed. It's like I can't express enough how much this is like a new green card. I feel that energy so strongly. Death card, black. They may be going through dark nights of the soul. I feel like I say that every reading. But there's a color in here that this brown and this white really are feeling like to me. Where it's like the farmer knows, it's going to be the last freaking card. There it is. The farmer knows like when it's time to plant the seed, right? That's like the magician here knows. The only way I can really describe it, it's like your energy has been purified. And I don't know if you go to, like, if you've ever been to a sound bath. And afterwards, it's kind of like you feel sort of cleansed, like your frequency feels sort of cleansed. They're giving me a lot of things all at once. And there are some things around you, and it's interesting. It's like there could be many different things around you, both good and bad, they're saying, that are kind of pushing you in the direction to like cleanse your energy. Could be like detoxing your body. This tends to come through every once in a while. And often it's spring, like it makes sense. Those of you observing Lent may like be purifying your life somehow. But it's like, it's kind of like you need to till the soil. And the soil needs to be like enhanced. And by that they mean like your literal microbiome needs to be enhanced. And it needs to be very, and they're saying like some of you are already thinking that. And it needs to be like very, oh, I hate this word, nourished. And your mind needs to be purged and cleansed of all of this baggage. Like, I feel like we've been working on that for a long time, but there's still some here, and some of it you're ruminating it on, and some of it could be your thoughts about why did he choose someone else, or still choosing someone else, or chose many other things or people, or that I feel like should be they're saying forgiveness. It's like your inner child has to also be. So today, for whatever reason, I learned a lot about what it really means to be in a high frequency and what it really means to live in a high frequency here on Earth, which is a planet of polarity, right? So love is a frequency not really of this planet, but we bring it here. And there's more of that I need to understand. But to become unconditional love, you can't allow the good and the bad to make you loving. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. But you are loving, and that's a high frequency. And you understand that you will face challenges, darkness, and you will face like goodness, rewards, positive things in this experience of polarity, because we can only go up as far as we've gone down, always. So if you want to get to the top, you're going to have to go all the way to the bottom. And it means something different for every one of you. And you're going to have to survive all the way to the bottom and still find love. Love for yourself, love for people who hurt you, love for people who put you there, love for situations. Understanding that it is being able to have those experiences is just as much of a soulmate thing as all of the beneficial ones. And that may mean that you've had to watch your twin marry or have children or move away from you or do anything that you feared would happen. And for some of you, even pass away into spirit. I mean, it is, many people have their twin in spirit for part of their own incarnation. Okay, so let's get some messages here. I'm going to change up my cards, I think, this week. To have some like more oracles. I do have the John Holland tarot over there. I should get that. See, something is telling me to talk to you. They're highly drawn to your magnetic energy right now. Yep, I listened to music and think how it was. So it's like they're very engulfed in this regret and this awareness. So awareness is so important. Awareness is like everything. I looked up twin flames. They're becoming like more and more aware every second of every day. Ether, law of attraction, aligned action, law of gestation, Cancer. That's interesting because that's the energy of the mother, but it may be like also maybe moving towards Cancer season. This happens, I think for most of you, this happens by Aries season because they feel it's strong energy. It's very like strong. I tried to move on and it failed, but it also could, Libra energy, have to do with them healing a mother wound or being with someone that has that mother wound cycle going on. The Rabbit, Pluto, I miss your touch, Sage Smudge, incoming contact. People bring up your name. Prayer is always heard. I wish I was braver. Go for it, Capricorn. And Pleiades, they're seeing signs, and sometimes I think you're talking to me, Cobra. There's a lot about talking to their friends about you. Pisces, I know I treated you badly. I'm too proud to say sorry. Sacred Geometry, Owl, I crave you. We're a lot alike. But at the end of the day, what this is bringing through for me is that I know it sounds weird because a lot of friends cards came up, but in the end of it, I feel that they're actually moving into a more independent energy where I feel like they realize that the universe has put them into a situation, really they put themselves there, but like where they have to choose to be brave and to, there's no other option is where it's getting to. It's kind of almost a trapped energy feeling of like, well, I don't know. Everybody's situation is different, so it's hard for me to just give situations, but in some ways it's like, well, she's not contacting me. I'm not going to run into her anymore. I need to talk to her and I want to, and I'm going to make it happen. Like maybe they've been trying to manifest or whatever, but ultimately they're going to, I feel, have to regulate their feminine energy and surrender to the fear of rejection that is so closely tied to the mother. There's like a ton of mother energy here. They may be chasing other things to try to, they still may be in that chase energy of karmics. I don't know, I feel you giving up the chase and wanting your energy to do something kind of better than your energy. I've had very vivid dreams of you. I miss kissing you. I know we're twin flames. I don't want to keep hurting you, but I don't want this to be over with us. I'm so tired of sabotaging this connection. I've cried over you. No one makes me feel like you do. So I think with the friends thing, there's a lot of like, I kind of see trophy or proving or like ego-based stuff. Doesn't have to be with another person, could be with a job or money or whatever. It's like, I'm struggling with money. I miss you. I don't feel good enough. I'm so grateful. It's like that deep-seated, I don't feel good enough energy of the mother of the fourth house. He has to surrender to that and embrace like the dark feminine within him. I mean, I don't need to get too far into that, but there's a lot of like overwhelming emotions that he seems to be trying to control or wield, or like it could be shoved down, but I feel like it's not for the most part. I don't think he can run any further than he's run. Like, I think he's at the end of it. I think that's why this card is here. And maybe, he ran so far and then he said, I don't even know if anybody's chasing me still. And he looked back and you weren't chasing anymore. And you were just sitting and looking or meditating, or, she seems to be looking at the past here, but I think that's why that Six of Swords fell out, is that you actually want to move away. And, when you're running and then what you're running from starts to move away from you, that's very interesting feeling, I think, is what he's getting. Like, there's a surrender there of let's see if we can figure out what it is. Look, the chaser and the run. Like, I can't. I shuffled them. I don't know if I shuffled them on camera, but look. It's insane. Cupid's arrow. Addiction. And I do think, yeah, mask coming off. I do think he could realize that. Sorry, my throat's getting all scratchy now. My eyes are watering because he's like so upset. Okay. He could have an addiction to, for some, not all, charming people and making them fall in love, having a string of one-night stands. More what I think this is referring to is being emotionally avoidant. And they're also showing me like him leading people down a path and then just leaving or disappearing. And then making it look like they left, or it was their fault, or there was something that happened that he was a victim of. Like, I see a lot of victim energy here with this heartbroken mask and self-indulgence and addictions. It's like, I feel like he's addicted to manipulation in a lot of ways. And when you're addicted to manipulation, you get a lot of attention. Like, that's the main kind of thing you're feeding on, is attention. And there's something here where I don't know what it is exactly. It's like he's had to figure out his worth, or he is figuring it out. Because there's really something about hurting people that became very heavy to him. And I think it has to do with, you know, the white card said he looked up twin flames, and then this card says, I know we're twin flames. And you can't, you know, when the feminine has integrated things, the masculine has to integrate them. And it's not like they have a choice to do it. Oh my gosh. There's a lot going on here. Okay. I feel like once this kind of comes out, or starts coming out, it's going to be a lot. Like, both these cards have water in it, and she's underwater, and look, express yourself in healing family issues. He may come to you and ask something about that. This may be the only way, like, he can open up this dialogue, but I feel like there's just this, you deserve love. That's interesting, because the bow came out on the other one too. Very soon, heart-to-heart conversation, passion, reconciliation, codependency, retreat, keep an open mind, honeymoon, and unrequited love. Yeah, true love. And then romantic feelings. I have to think that this conversation is a lot about, why did he make it seem like he didn't care, or what happened? Why did he run away? And all these fell out upside down. You know, I get a sense that he's been thinking about some things for a really long time. For some of you, this may have been a long time. I don't know why this brown energy is giving me a long time. And I think part of it is that I just keep hearing the ship has sailed, but it's like so long without any contact. And you're like, how could they still be thinking of me? Or how could I still be thinking of them? And that's one of the things here, this Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, that has been on his mind. That, will this look stupid after all of this time? This isn't for everyone, obviously. But like, if this is, you know, they keep using crop analogies. I don't know why. If this is laid fallow or something, whatever that word is, for so long, won't I look so stupid coming in here? Because it's the original word that I heard in the beginning. I feel so stupid, or whatever it was. I was so stupid for like not I guess, like, not planting the seeds in the ground, or not taking the opportunity to. It's interesting too, because she has like branches growing out of her head, right? Giving the sense of that there's been a long time. I mean, that looks like a tree that's growing out of her head. There's a lot indicating length of time here for me for some reason, cycles, especially with the moon twice. And that the Six of Swords, yeah, it's a card of movement, but it's also just like the fact that it fell out while I was shuffling is very, it really wanted to be heard. And from that, the wasp spirit, and then the twin flame facilitator and expansive growth, I feel like there's been some really painful things that he's gone through that you may not even know about, or that he may come to tell you about. And, you know, one thing that's coming in here, and I don't know that it's for everyone, because I mean, the Magician and the Mirror and the Magician, okay, these are spiritual cards in a way. And the Goddess of the Moon. It's like High Priestess energy. But it's like, you could have talked about a lot of spiritual things, and he could have, at one point, written them off as like, you know, she's kooky, or this doesn't apply to me, or yeah, whatever, or just placated you and gone on about his business and been like, whoa, that's nice for her, or whatever, you know, whatever. And I think he has a lot to say about the fact that there's been some spiritual awakenings here. Now, there's no outright cards saying that to me, but then there are cards saying that to me, you know, like, it may even be the fact that he's been able to see you, and in seeing you, he's had some real realizations about himself. Because, look, this is 35 and this is 53, and this is a mirror, and they're literally mirrored back and forth to each other. And it is this, they aren't like this in the spread, but they're sideways, right? 35 and 53. And it may well have to do with how love makes him feel unstable or insecure. Because there's a lot of red kind of throughout this reading in ways that make me think he doesn't normally feel so unstable or insecure with love, but you make him feel that way. Look, golden egg. This has not come out in so long. The divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of ever expanding love. Wow. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. Rabia, the Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love, and I move the way love asks me to move. And it may be you in trusting yourself. You may have grown into, like, this is beautiful, more trust in yourself, and he may see that within you, and it may be something that he really, look at Lilith. It's really attractive. Like, with Lilith energy, I get very attracted energy. I give endlessly because the light is without end, and my soul is all I need. So these are ascended masters you can call on, energies you can work with if you feel called to. You can ask them to guide you, or any other energy you want to work with. Usually they just kind of give me a summation. God, wow. I just feel so strongly that the feminine is so embodied right now. Unleash your spirit, the Shekinah, a sacred self. Unleash your spirit Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. He has the big Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. He has surrender twice. And then we keep getting Earth because we're just in sacred connection with Earth, bringing and anchoring these light codes here. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And then Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And under that is the Divine Masculine card, Life Force. Okay. So, why do I have this? Did I do this wrong? Oh, I put these here. That's okay. Whenever I do that, I just assume that they're not meant to be where they are for a minute. For some of the masculines, I feel they may have actually like had a wound or gotten hurt and have recovered from that. Grounding, new beginning, trust, cycles, very, very, and then citrine abundance. That may be an energy you're working with as you expand into your whatever you're going towards. So we have hematite, grounding. He has coaxonite with new beginnings. So that's the second or third new beginning card. We have moonstone cycles, so the third moon card, and then prehenite, trust. I really do think he's coming into a more of a trust. You have the Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. We got a soulmate card. I'm Rama. Where are you being called to journey to? The mirror card. Who or what is triggering you? And Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So very important that, we move beyond the imprinting that our parents' vibrations gave us. And I think most of the feminines I'm talking to have already done that, and he's doing that now. Okay. I don't like that one. I don't know. Let me shuffle one more time. I was like yes or no, and they're like yes, but then it just didn't feel right. Okay. Golden Atlantean Dragon helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. So it's the third card. Wow. I'm glad I shuffled again. Okay. Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes to the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart, peace, hope, and joy. So you may be getting more gifts right now coming on, into you. Fire Dragon burns up the lower energies around you. Yes, I feel this is very, very important. Very, very important. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul's pathway. And then Rose Pink Dragon. So you could use the Violet Flame if you want to burn up any lower vibrations around you. Just engulf it in the violet flame and let it burn away. Prepares your heart to connect to the higher facets of the cosmic heart. So for me, this is like a Jesus energy. This is a cerise pink with the rose. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. And then we'll get a couple messages here. Yes, you may be feeling more psychic gifts, more dreams, more intuitive, more gut feelings, more just, look, there's a mirrored card right here. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Wow, there's three couple cards. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationships being healed at this very moment. I feel like he is thinking a lot about this. Sexual union. Honor the place of one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. It literally says Cupid's arrow on it. Deep in your heart, you already knew the answer. Do what you feel is right. Manifesting miracles. Surrender, friendship, soulmate. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So I hope this has helped you. That was a beautiful reading, and I feel like it's so nice for me to say that I feel like the Divine Feminine is getting to a really nice place. I hope that is true. And you know how it is. Some days are better than others. Some days you're stronger than others. You can feel like everything is lining up, and then all of a sudden you are right back, you know, because it's a spiral. It's a circular, it's not linear, and all of a sudden you're right back where you started, and you're like, wait a second, I did so much work. But then you get a chance again to choose how you're going to react in a very similar situation. So talk to you later. Bye.